Welcome to Brown Girls Can, the podcast where black and brown brilliance meets real talk. This podcast is your safe space to be seen, heard, and of course, celebrated. I'm your host, Shateria, the founder and visionary behind the Brown Girls Can brand and movement. Every podcast episode, we're gonna laugh loud and dive deep into the stories, careers, and bold dreams of women who are redefining what's possible. Let's get into today's episode. Welcome back to another episode of Brown Girls Can, the podcast. I am your host, Shateria, and I'm joined by...
Hi, my name is Chloe.
Chloe. We're going to get into all the things. Y'all know we sip on the podcast. And so I talked with her mom, and her mom said, sweet tea. Get her some sweet tea. So she said Chloe loves sweet tea. So we're going to cheers to a great episode with our sweet tea. So we cheers to a good episode.
Yes, as good as always.
Yes, good sweet tea. Now, in like northern states and stuff, they like, we do not have sweet tea.
Mm-mm.
So that's weird.
It's really nasty. Like, really nasty.
The tea?
Yes. I went to New York a few years ago, and we were like, oh, can we get sweet tea? And they were like, I mean, we have tea. And they were like, you can put the sugar in it. Terrible. And then I just went to Chicago a few weeks ago, and like their tea, like, have you had Brisk before?
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like that, like just regular.
Mm.
So do with that what you will.
So we get all the things in the southern states. So I'm glad about that. Before we get started, I wanted to show y'all we have a new game that is coming out. It will be, we'll be taking pre-orders for the game for the festival. And so Chloe is the first one that actually gets to pick a card. So we're going to it's called Brown Girls Can Combo, and it's 144 cards that spark conversation. So I'll let you pick from the card categories are code switching and culture, dating and relationships, sex and sensuality, family and legacy, sisterhood and friendship, business and money moves, professional goals and purpose, physical fitness and body love, spirituality and belief systems, challenging traditional status quos, travel and making memories, or daring truths and deep dive wild cards.
This is scary.
Which category?
You said so many.
I know. I guess a bunch.
I feel like I should have you pick. I don't know.
Let's see.
I might go with something safe, but not too safe.
Let's do. I'm gonna pick the sisterhood and friendship one.
Okay, perfect.
But I'll let you pick the card.
Okay.
Hold on. Sisterhood and legacy. Friendship. I got a bunch of them. This is my first time looking at the cards, actually.
They look great.
Thank you. All right, so pick a card.
Let's do this one. It was calling out to me.
Okay.
Do I flip it over and read
Yep.
it?
Go ahead.
Okay. What's a sisterhood wound that you are still healing? Okay, that's like right on the nose. That's really crazy. Dang, right off the back.
Yeah.
Right off the back is crazy.
I guess I'll pull one too.
I guess I'll wait for you to pull yours.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like really on the nose for me. I actually have two younger sisters, but I was technically raised as an only child. And so I just recently actually reconnected with my sisters, which is crazy because I'm 20 now. My middle sister is 16 and my youngest sister is 14. So there's like a big age gap there. Um, wow. I don't know. And I feel like our relationship has definitely been affected. So I guess just like everything as a whole, like
Yeah.
trying to communicate with them, like it's so weird because obviously they were raised by like their mom and I was raised by mine, and they're like both so different. And I actually just hung out with them like last week, and I saw that in person, like how different we were.
Mhm.
But I also saw like a lot of like similarities in us,
Yes.
and I was like, oh, I guess you are kind of like me. So I don't know. I guess just like everything that has to do with sisterhood, like everything.
Yeah.
I can't even pick
Still
one.
healing the relationship part. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Cause let me pick this one. Now I picked the same card. I'm gonna do another one. That card must got some juice on it. Both
Or
of us was
something.
like, it called out to both of us. Okay, mine says, when do you feel most poured into by your friends? I think for me, when I don't have to say what I need, when those around me just kind of know, okay, well, you need to go out, you need a drink, or you need, you know, whatever that is. I think that's when I feel most poured into, especially because I'm always pouring into other people. And so it feels good when people see you and decide to pour into you. So, when do you feel most poured into by your friends? If you're watching the episode, answer down in the comments below these two questions. So, again, 144 cards that spark conversation. Um, you can pre-register or pre-order them at Brown Girls Can the Festival, which is coming October 5th through the 12th in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We have people coming from out of town. I keep saying that because it is really blowing my mind that people are deciding to travel to Chattanooga to be a part or to go to an event that we are advertising or just to be here. Like, we have people who are coming from out of town. They're like, I just want to be like, you know, where the action is. And so that's, it's pretty incredible to know that it started off as an idea and to see it grow legs and have its own life is pretty crazy. So Chloe, tell us about you. Chloe she's an author, and this whole Caraville, the whole crew, how did that come about?
Okay. Y'all, I feel like I've told this story like a million and one times, and I'm gonna keep telling it too.
Yes.
Honestly, it started as just like something I did in my spare time. Um, I feel like I guess I'll give you guys a little background. Like I said, I was raised as an only child, and I've always been super creative. And so growing up, my mom was like, you know what, like I want to give you outlets so that you can, openly express yourself. And one of those outlets was writing. And so sometimes I would just like write down certain things or just
Mm-hmm.
like journal whatever I was feeling, or just like make up stories. And so I kind of got inspiration from it because, well, I guess I tell people there's like two reasons. I used to play tennis when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So my coach used to be like, I think you're a little grasshopper the way you like jump across the court, which I thought was funny. And then my dad used to call me a grasshopper because he used to say I learned a lot. So I was like, I guess so. He was like, you retain a lot of knowledge, and I was like, that's true. Um, so we actually started the Giving Grasshoppers before I had actually written the book.
Okay.
Exactly. And for I guess for anybody who doesn't know, since this is my introduction, the Giving Grasshoppers is a mother-daughter community service group that me and my mom started back in, I want to say 2018, 2017. And we really just give back to the community, which is something I'm also really passionate about, which is fun. And then so from that, I kind of was like, you know what, why don't I combine two things that I really enjoy, writing and giving back? And so I was kind of just like, inspired, I guess. And then that's how I
Yes.
came up with GiGi The Giving Grasshopper, which is my first book. And then everybody else in Caraville kind of came along. Anytime anybody asked me, you would think I know them by heart, guys. I promise I know my characters. I do. But from Off of My Dome, we have Anthony the Ant, Lila the ladybug. We have Bella the bee, CB the caterpillar, and Spencer the spider. I want to say that's everybody. And if I'm forgetting somebody, I'll feel really bad about it. But I'm pretty sure that's everybody. And each character really has like a representation for something, whether it be you know, body image or how people learn or different ways to give back. And really just the whole purpose of it is so that kids can like see themselves in these characters and understand that they have power, that they can do anything that they put their mind to. So
Yes, I love it. And so we worked on their website, and one of the things that I thought was so intriguing was the fact that how many kids have y'all fed with the snack pack program?
I really can't even put it into numbers, but it's definitely been over 1,000, if I had to say. And my mom, she could give you the exact number because she's very meticulous.
She said 10,000. It's a lot.
That's over 1,000.
Yeah, I want to say it was over 10.
It's honestly no, it's probably been over 10 because we normally make at least 200 bags for a school, and they have like extra, and they'll give them out. So it's definitely up there.
And so y'all been doing that ever since?
Yes.
The start?
Yes, like what I say, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Probably over 10,000. Probably over 10,000.
That is amazing. So how do you become a giving grasshopper?
Well, right now it really just started really at first, technically me and my mom were the first grasshoppers. And friendship, I guess, is really important to me. Which is why when she was reading those cards, I was honestly like, you know what, maybe we should pick from that category. But yes, friendship is really important to me. And I just wanted to get involved with my friends as well. So I had told them about it, and I was like, oh, I'm starting a little something up, and I would really love if you guys like helped, and they did. And that's how they started. And the original members, they've actually graduated, and we've got a new group of girls who are actually all from our church, which is really exciting. But we actually talked to you a little bit about it, about branching out. So in the future, we're going to hopefully expand to like more giving grasshoppers out in the world and out in the States. So it'll be like a fun little process where they can kind of just reach out to us and tell us why they're interested, why they really want to give back, and things like that.
Yeah. So if you're interested in being a giving grasshopper, bringing that program to your city and your state, reach out to GiGi Giving Grasshopper.
Yes. The Giving Grasshoppers on Instagram. That's on what we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The Giving Grasshoppers on Facebook. Yes.
So reach out. Be sure that you have a heart for community, because that's the basis of what they do. They feed people.
Oh, I guess I should add to that. I'm sorry. We don't just feed people. Everybody in the group has something they're passionate about. Me and my mom's main focus is feeding people, but a few of the girls in our group, their focus is mental health. Some of the other girls, they care about animals and community. So sometimes, like outside of packing bags, we'll go to shelters and make little baskets for animals, or even do things. We've done a lot with the Humane Society. We normally make bags for them. Honestly, in the winter, during Valentine's Day, little adoption bags. And it's just really fun. So honestly, if you have a passion about anything, please let us know.
Yes. So whatever your passion is, you can get involved and become a giving grasshopper wherever you are, which I think is beautiful. I enjoy seeing the expansion of people's vision. So that makes me happy to know that, there could be giving grasshoppers in all 50 states, which is amazing. So going back to you wrote one, is it just one book?
Yes. Well, I have one like regular reading book, but then we also have a coloring book, and then a little children's gratitude journal, and then something that's somewhat still in the works is a college grad journal. So yes, but this is the only,
not still in the works. It's ready.
Well, it's ready, but like, guys.
So there's a grade school gratitude journal, and then there's a college gratitude journal that you can gift to somebody maybe going off to college. What does the journal like help with? What do you walk them through?
Honestly, it's really which one? The kids one or
both of them?
Both of them. Honestly, both of them are really just about how you've been feeling, how you've grown as a person, what you think you can do for your community, things like that. Honestly, the way I would use it, I wish I had something like this in like my freshman year. I would have
Mm-hmm.
definitely enjoyed it because I was actually just talking to somebody about like how crazy it is that I'm a junior in college now.
How's it feel?
I feel old. Like I do. I feel old. Like I see little kids like all the time in elementary and middle school, or even like the freshmen. I'm like, wow, that used to be me. TT's old now. Like TT's old. Um, but honestly, I'd say you could just keep the journal as like a memory log of where you've been and where you want to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important to see how like you've grown as a person. Honestly,
Mhm.
so
Yes. So what other things do you have? You have the journals, you have books. What else is coming?
what else isn't coming? Merchandise wise, we've actually got a lot in the works. A lot in the works. I know one of the things I'm most excited about is the bows.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, obviously you. Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys have read the book. Maybe you haven't. But in the book, Gigi wears a little red bow, and so something we're working on. Yes, that we're working on is little bows, which I'm really excited about.
Yes.
Um,
Little red bows.
yes, little red bows.
Oh.
I Oh my goodness. I absolutely love like hair care products and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and accessories. And growing up, my mom will literally tell you like she used to dress me up like a doll, and bows used to be her favorite thing. So we're working on bows, which I'm really excited about. We're
That's
working
cute.
on backpacks, tote bags. We have bubbles too, which I really love bubbles. I think something my mom will talk about is her what is it? Her Oh my gosh, I'm blinking right now. But we have a thing where we'll come and read
Books
books and
and bubbles.
bubbles. Hammer seal. Books and bubbles where we'll come and read, and we'll also blow bubbles with you guys, which is something I'm really excited about and something she's super passionate about. But that's in the works. There's honestly just a lot of stuff going on, but I'm excited.
Yes, they have books and bubbles, which you can, there's like a menu. You can like curate a books and bubbles experience. So, like, if you want to do it for a birthday party or something at a school, you can curate that whole experience. But there's also tea,
Yes. You
candles.
see, she's keeping me on track because there's a little bit of something. I feel like I inherited it from my mom, but I always
That's
forget
so
stuff.
funny.
Tea, candles. Yeah, yeah. She's got it. I'm gonna have her.
Yes. So if you are listening or watching and you are interested in purchasing, visit www.gg, the letter G, innovate.com. INNOVATE.com. And you can go to their website, their store online, and you can purchase. So you're a junior in college. What
Yes.
is next for you?
Okay, I'm gonna finish junior year, guys, and then I'm gonna finish senior year, and then honestly, I'm probably gonna go back. I really want to get my doctorate, so I'll be in school for like another 6 more years. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So a lot of school. I've been looking at some internships, honestly. A few in Florida, some in
Mm-hmm.
New York. Um, so really just school. I obviously still want to write. So I think trying to find a balance there. Figuring out where I want to go to grad school. That's another thing. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
So 6 more years to be what kind of doctor?
I'd like to be a child psychologist.
Amazing. How do you think that that's going to help the next generation of kids?
Honestly, for me, I was brought up on the fact that you should build your life on a solid foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so for me, I just want to give kids the tools and the opportunity to use those tools for whatever comes at them. Because I feel like what they be saying, you stay ready so you don't have to get
Get
ready.
ready. Mm-hmm.
Right, right, right. So I just think giving kids the opportunity to really like learn about themselves and about mental health is really important. Because obviously they are, the next generation. So yeah, I just want to make sure they have everything they need and that they feel like they have the space to be open and talk about things.
Mm-hmm. That is gonna be so good. I don't know if I could do. So you did 4, and now another 6. Whew.
I can't dwell on it too long because then I don't want to do the other
I
six.
know. Oh my goodness. More power to you. I am praying for you as you go off and go to grad school. That's amazing, though. A lot of people don't have the discipline finish, undergrad. So that's amazing that you want to go and in for some more 6 more years, or that's good. I ain't gonna dwell on it. I'm not gonna dwell on it. What do you do in your spare time, like for fun?
Honestly, hanging out with my friends is a big one. Friendship is super important to me. I feel like that might be a common theme on this podcast. My book's about friendship. It's about kindness. It's about giving back. So yeah, friendship is really important to me. I constantly hang out with my friends. Creative wise, I love to write.
Mm-hmm.
I journal a lot. A lot. I love to read. I've been reading for a long time. Let's see, what else? Honestly, poetry. I've gotten back into writing poetry, which I've really enjoyed.
So you gonna do a poetry book?
Maybe I will. I used to actually compete in poetry.
Really?
Back in y'all, my mom used to have me super active. I'm not even gonna lie. Have you ever heard of AXO?
Yes, I did AXO.
Exactly.
For 1 year though.
Exactly. I did it for R4. So. Yeah. But yeah, poetry. I've been getting back into that. I would honestly think about it. I feel like if I were to write like more outside of this, I would love to write fiction.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be my biggest thing. Absolutely love fantasy and things like that. So I would love to write a fiction book. Let's see what else. I've been getting back into tennis.
Really?
Yes.
Because when did you ever stop?
Yes, I did actually, which has made me like really sad. Because I used to be really good, really good. I played. Let me see. I'm 20 now. I started playing. I don't even remember. I know I've been playing for at least 11 years.
So, wow.
Yeah. If you ask my mom, I'm trying to think. I think I went down the rabbit hole all kids do. It was like gymnastics for about 3 months. I hated gymnastics. I did soccer for like a year. I did softball for like 3. And then all of a sudden I just found tennis and I just really loved it. So yeah, tennis is definitely my thing. I've been getting back into that. So yeah, I'm just always trying to do something, I guess.
That's good. That's good. And especially when people whose brains are always thinking about, I've read it, when there are ways thinking about helping or what else can I do for the community, like those kind of people need an outlet, need to be able to like decompress. And so that's good that you have tennis and your friends. Well, how do they feel about you being an author?
Honestly, my friends are actually very supportive. They're always asking me, oh, when's the next thing? Or like, can I help you write something? Or do you think, I did tell them, I feel like there's a few friends I promised I'd let them be in my books. Aww. I was like, so maybe I'll put you as like a little roach in the back. I'm just joking. No, but I tell them sometimes, I'm like, no, like a lot of my friends have really inspired me and they've been there for me throughout the entire process. And so I'm just really grateful for them. Even just at an event I was recently at, I had like 2 friends come out and support me. And I was like, even though it was only 2, like at least they showed up, which means a lot. So
that's good. And especially as you get older, those type of friends are very, very hard to come by. Like who will go out of their way to show up for you at an event or doing something that has nothing to do with them, just solely to support you. So that's amazing. Keep those kind of people around you because, baby, it gets rough.
I'm already starting to see it.
It gets rough, but the ones that are tried and true, they make it worthwhile to say I'm this person's friend or that person is my friend. What is friendship to you?
That's such like a loaded question. I know, I feel like you really answered it, honestly. Just like people showing up for you, supporting you. Honestly, even back when you said like not even really having to like say anything, but having friends who will be like, oh, well, I could just sense that you needed this. I also think friendship is about like truth as well. I can't really stand people who like don't tell you the truth because I've had people be like, tell me like a situation and they'll be like, okay, well, why don't you agree with me? Well, maybe because you're wrong. I
don't see it that way.
It's true. So I think perspective is really important as well. Yeah, and honesty, communication is always a classic one. yeah, honestly, just being a good person, being there, sticking through those like tough conversations, even when you don't want to have them. And I don't want to have them sometimes.
Yeah, nobody really wants to have tough conversations, especially when the conversation will expose something that you are doing wrong or don't want to change, or is a challenge to change. I won't say don't want to, but yeah, a lot of people don't like to hear the truth, and the accountability in it is, yeah, it's a thing. Oh, Chloe. So, what is next for? Okay, so you're going to grad school. Your mom is going to come on. She's going to talk a little bit about what she has going on. Talk to us about the relationship you have with your mom. How has that been?
No, I'm just playing. I love my mom very much.
Yes.
I think like any parent, she can be a handful. But I know she means well. I was actually just talking to somebody about my mom. I don't even know what we were talking about. But we were just like laughing about our parents. Oh, I was actually talking to my best friend, and her mom and my mom have literally been friends for honestly as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about them, and I was like, I see so many like similarities in our parents that I like see in us. And obviously my mom is like a single mom, so I've like seen her sacrifice a lot over the years. And I'm super grateful for it. And I don't know, I just feel like my relationship with her has definitely had its ups and downs. People change all the time. People grow.
Yes.
Being a teenager in a duplex with a dog with your mom is definitely an experience you've got to live through. But yes, I absolutely love her. She's like my number one supporter. I always tell people my mom is literally such a selfless person.
Yeah. She really is.
And I get a lot of my like giving back spirit from her,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like she's always the person people call when like they need something, which isn't bad, but
Yeah.
it's also like that takes a toll on you after a
Yes.
while. So
It
I've
becomes heavy.
exactly. So I've seen a lot from her, but at the end of the day, I love my mom and I'm very grateful for her, and I literally wish her nothing but success in any and everything that she pursues ever.
Yes, she is going to be starting a CNA out concierge. Is that what she said it was called?
I think so. She
She named it, but we're gonna be working on getting her stuff established. But her baby, she was so concerned and um so vested in making sure that GiGi Innovations, this brand, is established first. And so I think that speaks to what woman she is, what kind of heart she has, because she just always concerned about the kids and how we can help. You all just won a micro grant. Yay. From Rise Chattanooga. Can you talk a little bit about the grant and what you all are preparing and planning to do with the money?
I feel like my mom could really speak on it best because I feel like a lot of it did come from her. But honestly, I just know with a lot of the money, it's going into our business and investing in our children.
Mm-hmm.
A lot in the school. I know she just, my mom has so many ideas.
Yes, she does.
She has, right.
Yes, she does.
She has so many ideas and plans. And she's honestly, she's just so passionate.
Mm-hmm.
She's so passionate. Like, I feel like anytime anybody talks to her, you can just see like a twinkle in her eyes
Yes.
about what she's excited to do, how she can help people, like all these ideas. And when she had told me about like what she wanted to do, I was like, oh, yay, some more stuff. But I'm super grateful for her. And I'm just really excited to see
Yes.
everything everything that she has planned.
Yes. She really has taken the vision of, and it comes in the timing of PBS being shut down, just to see like a broadcasting platform that's as powerful and as vintage, I don't say old, but as vintage as PBS where it exposed kids to learning and to different cultures. And I mean, everything from Sesame Street to, oh gosh, what else was
There's
on?
so many.
Yes. It,
Word Girl, like everybody.
Dragon Tales. I'm trying to think. When I was little, yeah, I used to watch Dragon Tales, Sesame Street, Reading Rainbow. What's the man that paints? What is the man name?
Paint.
Yes, he got an afro.
Bob Ross?
Yes, he was on CBS. I mean PBS. He used to.
Oh, he was.
He used to tell you to paint, because I remember I went through a phase where I liked to draw and I liked to paint, and it used to come on. And I think that's part of the reason why I was like, oh, I want to paint, you know. And I would, my mom bought me a sketchbook, and I would, when he came on, I would get my little sketchbook out and we paint little trees. What happy little trees is what he calls them. But PBS exposed so many kids to art, to culture, to literacy, to literature, that it's so heartbreaking that it's ending. And so you guys partnered with PBS.
Yes. To, honestly, it's called What About Us? And it's really about creating like a safe space for kids to express themselves and talk about the things that are going on in the world. Because honestly, a lot of the times I feel like, not to say that people like neglect children, but I feel like sometimes they don't take them seriously because they don't think they have, I guess you could say, like the words or the tools to express themselves.
Yeah.
When in actuality, I feel like kids have so much to say. Sometimes they just don't know how to say it. So I feel like with this idea that we have, it's really just to give kids the opportunity and the platform to feel comfortable to have those tough conversations or to express how they feel, or, you know, what they're worried about, or like why things are changing and why like you shouldn't be scared of change.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something we're excited about.
Yes. So seeing PBS kind of transition out, there is a need for another network or another platform that can house educational shows and things like that that can be broadcast. And I don't know what that looks like, but if you're out there, if you're listening, if you have funds that you want to invest, GiGi Innovations is a wonderful company that has a lot of different educational books, merch, curriculum. They are, which is well rounded in the fact that, like, if a school was to give them grant funding, they could feed them, they could teach them, they could read to them. And so having some type of programming for your daycare or for your school or for your community outreach organization, please tap in with these ladies. They are amazing. They work so hard. I really do think she said 10,000 kids, which is amazing. 10,000 kids that you fed with the snack pack program. So talk to us a little bit about what that is.
Okay, so once again, another story I've told a billion times over. I'm gonna keep telling it. I won't give you guys the exact number. You can do the calculations. But back when I was in middle school,
Chloe,
I'm telling you, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel
it. No, you are not. Because if you start to feel it and you 20, I'm definitely feeling it.
No, but back honestly towards elementary school, middle school, there was a program at our school that would feed kids, and they'd give them little snack bags after school. And then all of a sudden they had a friend who was on it as well. And all of a sudden they had actually like cut the program. I don't remember if it was because of like funding or what, but they stopped doing it. And I never realized like how many kids actually like relied on that till my friend had told me about it. So really I had told my mom about it, and I was like, you know, what is it that we can do? And when we had really looked into it, we like realized there was like a need in our community for it. And so I want to say the very first school that we started doing snack bags for was Hardy Elementary. And honestly, ever since then, it's kind of just like picked up after that. But normally it's just like a small little bag with like noodles and chips and like little snacks that the kids get for after school. And honestly, it does like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but over the years, we've actually heard so many stories about how like a little goes a long way. I remember I can't remember what school it was specifically, but one of the principals had actually reached out to my mom and me, and she had told us she was like super grateful for it and thankful. And we were like, oh, it's literally no problem. And she was like, no, like, I don't think you understand. Like, this little boy would like come to school like falling asleep in class because he was so hungry and he couldn't focus. And once you guys started like providing these snacks, he would come to school super excited and happy, not only to like receive the bags, but actually to learn. And I was just like, oh, like, oh. So I don't know. I feel like this entire process, like with the snack bags, has made me like realize like how grateful I really am.
Yeah.
And how there's honestly such a need. Like people really don't understand. Like, I feel like we've gotten so comfortable that we forget like there's other people who like would kill to have like the bare minimum. So it's really just been an amazing opportunity, not only to like go to these schools and meet some of these kids and talk to them, but also just once again like give back to my community. And that's really all I could say. Like,
I think that is just amazing because a lot of times, and I talked about this on episode 1, I believe, when I did my solo episode, I just said the goal is to do what you can with what you have to make the greatest impact. And so just you don't know how big that effect is going to be, or that impact is going to be, just from you packing some snack bags with noodles and fruit or gummy or whatever it is. You just never know. And so I think a lot of times we get so busy in life that we're just going. And when we can slow down to show how grateful we are by helping somebody else, I think that is one of my favorite things to do, is just to randomly plan like a day to go give flowers to people, or to, just be kind. It feels so good to just be kind to people. When I did Simply Props and I would have balloons, I would go and I would try to give them to like a children's shelter or Girls Inc. or somewhere where it could, I didn't have to pop them. It could brighten somebody else's day. We gave to T.C. Thompson, the Children's Hospital. Just thinking of other ways that you can give. It doesn't have to necessarily be money, but just thinking of ways, because I do want the people who are involved with Brown Girls Can, or just who listen to the podcast, I want us to be well-rounded. I want us to be philanthropists in our own way, where we are giving in our community, whether it's you give free books or it's just so many different things that you can do to give. What is your favorite way to give or things to give?
Oh, that's such a good question. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Like, when you think of like acts of service, I think one of my favorite has to be like time. I think for me, I think like what you said earlier about sometimes like we forget to slow down.
Yes.
I think like sometimes people forget that like time is also precious as well. I think when I had actually first written the book, one of the I won't say it was the first thing I did, but one of the things I did was actually go read at the elderly center. And I actually had so much fun. I actually, no shade, I actually forget how like funny old people are.
Yes,
They're
they really are.
so funny.
They don't care what they say
At all, and they're so nice. And I just remember a lot of them were like, I'm actually so glad you came with us today, because like sometimes people don't visit them at all, which makes me like really sad. I'm like, oh, hello. So I just really had like a fun time with that. I think time is such an important thing. Like you said, it doesn't always have to be money. Like, honestly, spending time with your grandparents, with your younger siblings, with your friends, with people in the community, because I feel like a lot of people have stories as well.
Yeah.
That like need to be shared and heard, and you can learn so much about a person from just like spending time with them. So I think that's really important. Obviously, actually like doing stuff as well, getting involved. I've seen so many people like give in so many ways. I know there's a few people who like bake meals and they pass them out, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. I can cook a little bit. I'd hate to give somebody some food and they say it's bland. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh! So you don't cook?
No, I actually do cook, but I think I'm a little sensitive about my food, about my work, because my grandma, she can cook very well.
Yes.
And so I don't even know if I can hold a spoon to her yet. So
That's so funny. We'll get in the kitchen and have you learned from her? Like, have you?
Yeah, it's actually funny you said that. I've actually been meaning to like hang out with my grandma, and yo, I promise I spend time with my grandma. I promise I do. But I've been meaning to like honestly like learn a lot from her as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for her to. She actually just taught me and my cousin how to make oh my lord. Well, she taught me how to make cabbage. I know how to make cabbage, but like everyone's like grandma has their own way of making it. She taught me how she makes hers. I won't share the recipe on here. But she showed my cousin how to make oxtail.
Oh.
So I'm gonna show up for the next big girl lesson. Right. I can cook vegetables and I can do steak, but I think when it comes to like oxtail and like stuff like that, I haven't hit that corner yet.
You gotta learn. Oh my gosh, because I think right there at like 21, 22, yeah, I think that's when I like really started like hanging with my grandmama, and like, of course I was in the house with her. She raised me, but you know, when she was cooking, I was like in my room. But when you finally like get the revelation that like one day she won't be here, or one day I'll be in a different state, and you know, I won't be able to just go by the house and like sit with her and, you know, talk to her. So definitely get in the kitchen while you can, while you know, while both of you are in your right mind. I don't take that for granted at all, that I can call my grandmom and she recognizes my number, recognizes my face, my name, you know, because there are some elder that don't. And so when you talk about how you read to the elderly and some people don't go by there, that just breaks my heart, because it's just like kids and elderly is just kind of like
the most vulnerable people.
Yeah,
honestly.
where do we put them in the scope of things? It's just like we got to find a daycare for the kids, and we have to find a daycare for grandmom, and so it's just kind of like, how do we address that? How do we handle that? And so that really breaks my heart to know that, you know, there are some elderly that don't see their family, don't see, you know, their friends, or know that their friends have passed away. You know, some people are not married or have not had kids, but they, you know, have friends that they've seen go. And so it's just kind of like, it puts everything into a different perspective when you think about life and giving and what it means to show that you care, friendship, all of that. Yeah, I think if you are watching this and you can go and you can do something kind for people, because what is y'all's motto, slogan? Your mama says it all the time.
I wish I could say it in the little chippy voice she be saying it. But my mom likes to say that your day will be bright whenever there's a giving grasshopper inside. And it's you know what, I'm laughing, but she's actually, she makes a good point.
Yes, she does. And they have several different mottos. Kindness is key is another one. Here to serve is on the back of one of their shirts, and so I think
here to give,
here to give. Sorry. But if you think about what we all are here to do in life, that is what we're here to do, is to give. What are you here to give, Chloe?
That's a good question.
Well, while you think of your answer, I know I'm here to give space. I'm here to give reminders on who you are. Like, a lot of people come to me with ideas and with dreams and with visions, and want to start businesses, or I don't know. I need encouragement. I am the person who will help you tap into Oh, yes, you can do that. You can absolutely. There are steps that you can take to achieve that goal. I am the person that if you say you want to go to space, I'm looking up rocket ships, spaceships, NASA training. I'm literally helping in those ways, like the practical, because a lot of times people think big dreams, are so big that you can't achieve them. But if you break it down into like bite-sized little bits, you can achieve whatever you want to as long as you are taking little steps to it. Yeah, I know that that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give reminders of who you are.
You ate that. You ate that. I guess I don't know. Like, I guess could I say myself in the sense that I think for me, I don't know if you said it earlier or like if someone just been talking about it, but I think like I just want to. So many people have like poured into me. I've learned so many things from so many people that I've met in just like the 20 years that I've been on this earth, and I've like seen a lot of stuff. And I think for me, I just want to be able like to pass on that kindness. What other people have done for me, I want to give it like tenfold, because obviously like I'm my own individual, but I feel like in certain aspects I would literally not be like who I am without those other influences.
Yeah.
Even in like the front of my book, I have a dedication to like a handful of people, and there's like still so many people I could reference and mention, and they've done me so many like kindnesses and like taught me so many lessons, and honestly I just want to like pay those forward.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I would say.
Oh, that's good. You're here to give yourself. I love that. I I did mentorship at Dalewood, and for Valentine's Day month, we did a series on self love, and so they got coupons that they were supposed to give to. Well, the coupons had actions on them, and so like maybe one of them said, treat your friend to ice cream, because I wanted to make the connection between the way that we love ourselves, or the way that we love others, is a reflection of how we love ourselves, right? And so if you find space to go the extra mile for somebody, that's not only like you doing that for somebody else, but you will be surprised at how you feel after you do something nice for somebody else. It gives you a little boost. And so, not to mention that those seeds that you plant will definitely be repaid. Somebody else is going to buy you ice cream, before you know it. So I love that. Here to give yourself. Oh my goodness. Last thing, okay, so I always ask the guest to finish this statement. I am proof that brown girls can blank.
Well, she's turning up the pressure. Like, she's turning up the pressure. Like,
I am proof that brown girls can blank.
okay. I feel like this is like a little personal to me.
Okay.
But I feel like, okay, say the statement one more time.
I am proof that brown girls can
be their most authentic selves.
Come on, Chloe. Yes. Expand.
I keep saying like I was just talking to somebody, y'all. I keep talking to my friends. I love my friends so much. But I was literally just talking to my friend. And we were talking about like growing up in like predominantly white spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like one of the biggest like topics that came up was like the idea of having to like shrink yourself, whether that be like physically or like mentally or emotionally or literally just in whatever form, like having to shrink yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we were both talking about how like at this current state, I feel like we are our like most authentic selves. And I feel like I can say that like very proudly, because there were a lot of things that like I used to like that I was like ashamed of liking, or a lot of things I like wanted to do, but I was too scared people would be like, that's like kind of weird, or like, I don't know, that's not really like up my alley. Like even like the music I listen to now, like if I used to like listen to it in the past, people would be like, I don't really like that. And I feel like now I've gotten to a place where like I am very comfortable in the things that I like, the things that I want to do, like the type of person I want to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like obviously I still have a lot to learn because I'm only 20, guys. I'm only 20, even though I act super old. Like, please, I'm only 20. And there's still like so many things I want to explore. And I still know there's like a bunch of things that I still have to like learn about myself. But like in this current moment right now, I feel like I am my most authentic self in like everything that I do. And even like when I meet new people, I just want them to like after they meet me be like, you know what, she was such like a kind person. She was so nice. Like I'd love to be friends with her, like or something like that. So I don't know. I just feel really happy with where I am right now.
Good. I tell people all the time that you being your authentic self is the greatest gift that you can give to the world, is because there's nobody else like you. And so if you are not authentically you, you hide, or you do us a disservice by hiding certain aspects or shrinking in certain ways. And so I love that. Being authentically you. Y'all, oh my gosh, 20 years old, an author, going to get her doctorate for 6 years. But she's going to do it, and we are going to be there to support her. Tell the people again how they can get in touch with you if you want to book Chloe and her mom to come to your city and state. They are doing that, and then you also can order merch and books and curriculum and all the things. Tell them, Chloe.
Okay, but before she passes the mic to me, I'm gonna let you say the website again because she's got it down pat. And if I accidentally misspell something, I'm gonna be embarrassed.
It's www.g, the letter G, innovate, INNOVATE.com.
Exactly, you heard it right there. If you're interested in Giving Grasshopper stuff, you can reach us on Facebook and Instagram at The Giving Grasshoppers, literally just spelled exactly like that. And then I want to say, y'all, there's some tweaks to the Instagram, but we're going to fix it. The Instagram is going to be GiGi, like GIGI, and friends, INC for like GiGi and friends. And then we're also working on a GiGi Innovates Instagram. I'm looking at her for reassurance.
Okay.
But that's going to be GiGi and then the word like innovates. And that's how you can reach us on there.
So there's a couple different ways to reach. So the book itself has its own page, and then GiGi Innovations, which is like the umbrella company that houses Careville Crew, which is GiGi Innovates. That's where they live. And
The
Giving Grasshoppers. And then we didn't talk about this. There's a series for dedication. Is that what she said?
Honestly, you'd have to ask my mom more about that. That's her specialty.
So there's other books coming that are not GiGi and the Giving Grasshoppers and friends. So there are more books coming. So I am so super proud of them. I'm glad that I had space and time and capacity to help, because the way my life is going, y'all, I have to pray to stay above water, because I just every day is somebody or something. And now with the podcast success, with Brown Girls Can, there are people reaching out every day, at least, saying I either want to be on the podcast, or we're coming to the festival, or how can we help do this, that, which I am super grateful, because I don't have a team. And I know your mom, she does a lot by herself when you're off at school. So we thank God for the people who are coming alongside and joining and aligning with our vision, which I'm super grateful to be trusted with so many visions from people. I can truly say that that's been one of the things that has made this whole venture kind of worth it, is being able to see somebody come to me and say, I need a logo, or I got an idea for this, and to see it like come to pass or come, into reality is amazing. I will say it's scary. I was just talking on TikTok today about when you are believing for something or when you like put it on your vision board, like you're like, oh yeah, I want a house with six cars or whatever. But then like when you get the house with six cars, it'd be like, wait a minute. Cause you're just like, oh gosh, I do remember when I prayed for this or when I asked for this or when I, you know, said that this could be a thing. Like I kind of see myself doing this, but now like actually doing it is woo. So I guess it's just a reminder to like be intentional. I don't want to say be careful what you ask for, but know what you're asking for and be intentional about it, because when it shows up, it's a awkward, I don't know how to describe, because it's like it's not, you're not scared, but it's also like I'm the one that asked for this, so why am I shocked that it's here? Because like when people send me emails about being on the podcast, like people of celebrity are now starting to reach out, and it's just like, wait, you want to sit down with me? Like, and it's just so crazy to like see them like rave about, oh, I would love to be a guest on the podcast. I think the platform is amazing. And it's just like, this came from my little brain, and it really wasn't supposed to be like where I'm interviewing celebrities, but it just kind of is going that way. It literally was about putting the spotlight on Black women doing major things in Chattanooga, because it was designed to be marketing for the festival. And so now it's growing legs of its own. It's running, leaping, jumping, hopping. It's doing a bunch of stuff. And so yeah, I am in this next season praying for a team, praying for interns and volunteers, and probably maybe one dedicated paid staff member, because it is a lot to. Brown Girls Can as a whole just has, just similar to GiGi Innovations, like it has merch, it has curriculum, it has books, it has t-shirts, it has, and then I hear y'all are about to get on YouTube and start doing like, your digital books and stuff like that. So for organizations that have legs and different branches that kind of need its own staff, oh, it's unreal. It is unreal. And I don't know, some days I just literally have to like breathe and just take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Because there's, like I said, there's merch, which is books, shirts. Now the podcast is its own thing. The festival is its own thing. Within merch, books, shirts, games, we've got a board game coming out for girls this fall when we start our curriculum in Hamilton County. So it's a lot. And so learning how to navigate that is it's interesting. I won't say that I'm scared, but it's just an awkward, like I don't know what to feel, because you never start anything and not want it to be successful. So I don't think that it's not the success of it that's kind of making me to be like, wait a minute. I think it's the time. Like it's the fact that it's like happening quickly. But I was talking to somebody, and I feel like I'm just talking a lot, but I was talking to somebody, and I think we started talking about how we've been trained to put buffers or padding around things not happening fast. Like we in church for sure. It's like, well, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time, which is a true statement, but it's put there to pacify like the time between when we ask for the thing and when the thing actually happens. So it's kind of like, well, I prayed for it on Sunday and it didn't come until 2 months later. So how are you feeling in between when you prayed for it and when it showed up? It's kind of like a pacifier. Like, well, God is with me. I'm going to keep pressing, which we all should. But who taught you that you couldn't pray or you couldn't even think about the thing and the thing like be? You know what I mean? So I think we need to deconstruct timing. Like, yes, timing, God's timing is divine, right? And so whenever it happens is when it's supposed to happen. But unlearn that it could take a long time. I think that's what my nervous system now is processing, is that I literally started filming the podcast in June, late May. And it's August, and now I'm flying to Denver and Dallas and New York and all these places. And so I'm just like, gosh, that did not take long. It did not take long. But I think my thought process is that it would. Like, I have no doubt that it would be successful, that anything I put my mind to will be successful. But I think just the fact that it took off the way that it did, I'm like, okay, I need to work on that part for me, is the timing aspect of everything. Because, yeah, we are speaking spirits just like the first. And so when you speak a thing, we should expect the thing to be. Like, God said, let there be light, and light was. And it was no time in between when he said light be and the light existing. And so I think it was just a lesson for me this past week, is to just really go back and look at that and look at why I'm like, why did I think this was going to take a long time? Whew. What do you feel, Chloe? I just been talking. Decompressing.
No, I like listening to you. I feel like you said a lot of important stuff, honestly, because yeah, sometimes it just happens and it's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
And like you said, obviously I asked for it. I didn't think it would happen so fast.
Yeah. Because I think we think that we have time to like prepare, and, which in some cases that is true. Sometimes I think we don't get what we ask for because we're not ready. I think there's a difference between not getting something because you're not ready and not getting something because God is making you wait. So to me, there is a distinct, a distinction between the two. Is, I'm not ready for that level of exposure. I'm not ready for what all that entails right now, versus you being ready, but there's other facets around why you need to wait. So one is like, has to do specifically with you and your readiness or your preparedness, and then the other one has to do with what's going on in the situation, what around me needs to change. So yes, I'm being made to wait because something else outside of me needs to improve, change, move, increase, decrease, whatever that is. It has more to do with outside forces than with me. So I always say, if you are in a place where you are waiting, or you are in transition from one thing to another, whether it's career, whether it's hometown versus moving, whether it's grad school or whatever the case is, um, when you are in that transition, kind of really look within to see, okay, am I in this position because of me or because something else is going on behind the scenes? So I don't know. Me and my friend talked about that the other day about timing and why my nervous system is like, girl, I'm like, get it together because we got stuff to do. And so it's just kind of like, while I know that I have things to do, I know that I won't be in Chattanooga long. I know that, like, I feel like Brown Girls Can the Festival is like my last hoorah in Chattanooga, to say, for lack of better words. So that's kind of why I'm like going all out, because I feel like this is it. This is, you know, especially because of the podcast taking off the way that it has, and like other people taking note of kind of what the brand is doing and all that stuff. I don't know what kind of offers will be given or any of that, but I do know that I was told before Brown Girls Can really, I was still doing Simply Props, and I was like, I'm moving. I know that I'm moving, and people will be like, girl, no, you ain't. No, you. And I would be like, yes, I am. I know. I feel it. It's just kind of one of those things where it's just like, I don't know what's about to happen or what is coming, but I do know that something else is brewing. So, yeah, Chloe. Woo.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And sometimes it gets heavy because it's just like, this vision is not for me. Like, you know, I could have built a self-serving platform where it's just like all about me, but this mantle is heavy because I feel the weight of everybody that's involved. Like, it's just not, it's for other people to be highlighted and put in the spotlight, which I talked about that on TikTok today. Like, I do not want to be in the front. And so for this podcast to be taken off like that, and I'm the host and all that stuff, is just, I find it funny. And I know God is like, oh, you said, you thought you were going to be in front of the camera. Oh, joke's on you. So, and to be like the face of a movement like Brown Girls Can, where, it blows my mind every day when I check my email and see other people are, you know, involved or want to be involved. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling, an amazing, yeah, I'm just grateful. And so, any way that I can give, I will give, because we are here to give. So I'm trying to tie it back into my guest, which I am so grateful. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. She's so funny, y'all. I feel like this entire experience with like everything has just been so amazing, and very stressful and very tiring. But once again, just like a beautiful experience. And honestly, like, I'm so grateful for you and everything that you've done. And even like I said, pouring into people.
Yeah.
I can just tell that so many people have poured into her.
Yes.
And she's pouring into me. Everyone's just pouring. That's all that matters.
Yes, we just pouring.
It's overflowing.
Yeah.
And I can see that in her, and she has such a beautiful light about her, and like everything that she does, and I just feel like it's all just amazing, and it's all coming to fruition. Yeah. And it's gonna work out. The time's gonna work out.
Oh Lord. I got to get into my my prayer and like really, yeah, just work with my nervous system on slowing down. I'm like, whew, I need to drink some ashwagandha tea. Like, what do I need to do? Because sometimes at night it's just my brain's like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And I'm just like, I want to go to sleep. I've been doing stuff all day, but the brain of a visionary never goes to sleep. It's like, even when you are sleep, you be dreaming about like what you need to do. And when you wake up, I keep a notepad by my bed because sometimes I'll dream stuff and I'm like, oh, we can really do that in real life. So, but yeah, y'all just pray. Send your prayers, your thoughts, as we transition into whatever this is becoming. Um, yeah, amazing. I cannot. It blows my mind just thinking about it. Like, wow. But let's cheers one more time. You wanna do one more card?
Honestly, yes. I'm gonna have to give me some. Like, I don't know.
Let's see. That was Sister and Friends. Let's do another one. These are some good questions. Here, we can do. Okay, these are spirituality and belief systems.
I'm trying to let the card speak to me, y'all. Let's go with this one.
Okay.
Okay, this is a good one. What's a spiritual lesson you wish more Black women were taught?
Say it one more time.
What's a spiritual lesson you wish more Black women were taught? Y'all, maybe I should stop picking cards. Maybe that's the wrong. I don't know. That's such a loaded question. Okay. Maybe this one's a little messy. Maybe it might come off. Hopefully, it comes off the way I intend it to. Mm-hmm. But a spiritual lesson that I wish I was taught more. Okay, is that sometimes, y'all, I'm trying to make sure I don't say this in like a weird way. I'm gonna just say it and then I'm gonna explain it to you. But sometimes, like, you can't just pray. I feel like you have to put like action behind it.
That's right.
Something that my pastor had actually recently spoke about was like, he said that faith is literally like nothing if you don't put the work in it. At the end of the day, you can literally sit down and pray and be like, God, please like change my life or remove this person from my life. But at the end of the day, like, you still actively involve that person in your life because you can't let it go. So I feel like sometimes, yeah, you can pray and you can be like, well, I prayed that I would win like $1 million, or I prayed that like I would get better health wise. But it's like, okay, like, what have you like done to get better health wise? Yep. You talking about, oh, I'm sad that I have diabetes. Well, you just ate like 3 pieces of cake. Come on now. It's true, y'all. I'm being serious. But I just wish that people would know that, like, you can pray all day, but if you don't like put in real like action behind it and be like sincere in it as well, I can't really say much is gonna happen. But that's just me personally.
That is the truth. Okay, let me see what I picked one. It says, how do you challenge the notion of hustle culture and define rest for yourself?
Oh, clock it.
How do you challenge the notion of hustle culture and define rest for yourself? I think I just got to a place where I unlearned that my success or what I've done is tied to productivity. Because I went to therapy for it, but I was addicted to productivity. Like, it was a real thing. So unlearning that I am successful if I did 1, 2, 3, 4 on my to-do list, that was a real thing for me. But challenging the fact of hustling, I want to not do nothing. In this next life that I am manifesting, I want to get paid to exist. I want to get paid to create. I want to get paid more doing less. And yeah, I think hustling was put on our culture because we had to. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't hustle, because there's a place for hustle culture, but challenging the notion that you have to hustle all the time to be successful, tied to productivity. Yes, you do need to separate the two and find time to just be. Um and so that's how I define rest for myself, like figuring out when I can just lounge around, not do anything. I try not to even look at my phone when I am resting, because I'll find something to do, or somebody will text me, or somebody will email me, and my phone will ding, and then I'll see Instagram, and then I'll be distracted because I was supposed to make a post, and it becomes a lot. So I think for me, defining rest is just being, just doing nothing and existing, and taking up space wherever you are in your body. So that is how I challenge the notion. Just understanding that you don't have to, it's not always about hustling. Sometimes you do need to slow down. You do need to do nothing. Because I think those times where you do nothing, I think it shows you the difference in when you hustle. Like, just like you don't recognize that it's sun shining because you've never seen the rain. So you kind of have to have both dynamics to kind of appreciate one or the other. So combo cards, great conversation starters. They will be available for pre-order for Brown Girls Can the Festival, October 5th through October 12th. They come in a cute little box. And so, yeah, I don't know the price point yet. We still have like one more thing that we have to do. I'm thinking about changing the size of the cards, but we'll see. I like the little squares though. You like the squares?
They're very cute.
Let's see. Chloe said they're cute, so we keeping the squares. Okay, y'all. Well, thank you for joining. I feel like I was venting today. Chloe said yes. She was tired of me talking, but I just had to get it out because, y'all, what is happening to my life? Like, ooh, I was overwhelmed because these people are really reaching out and like, can you come here? Can I come there? I'm like, one lady said, can you send me your booking link? I don't have that. It's just me and emails. And so I'm trying to navigate like all the things, but just like always, I always will figure it out. So, all right. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Brown Girls Can the Podcast. Until the next one, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Thanks for vibing with us on Brown Girls Can the Podcast. If you felt this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with your girl gang. You can catch us on social media on Instagram at Brown Girls Can the Podcast and on Facebook at Brown Girls Can. And remember, you are already everything you are becoming. So until next time, keep showing up, glowing up, and choosing you. Always remember that you can do anything.